We are with Chantelle Casillas. She is an immigration attorney in Berkeley, California, and today we are talking about immigration. Counselor, welcome. What is immigration court?
Thank you very much. So the immigration court system basically has these immigration courts set up so that immigration judges may conduct removal proceedings and adjudicate asylum claims. And they are operated by the Department of Justice, Executive Office for Immigration Review, and the immigration courts are under the Attorney General.
How do I know if I am in court?
Okay, so how do you know if you're in court? That's a great question. So to start off the whole, removal proceeding process, you would first receive a hearing notice from the court. The hearing notice would state, which immigration court it's coming from, the date, the time, and the location where you have to present yourself before an immigration judge for either a master calendar hearing or an individual hearing. That is how you would know that you're in court. Alternatively, if you have not received a hearing notice and you believe that you are in removal proceedings and you do have to present yourself for court, you can also call the 1-800 number. It's 1-800-898-7180. There you'll be prompted to press 111, type in your 9-digit A number, followed by 111 again. And if a date and time and location come up for an upcoming hearing, that's how you know that you have court coming up.
I might have been in immigration court in the past. How do I find out?
So an easy way to find out whether or not you may have appeared before an immigration judge, had immigration court, something of that manner, would be by filing a form G639, which we in the immigration world call a FOIA request, and it stands for Freedom of Information or Privacy Act request. So once you file this form and submit it to the government and pay a small fee, you will in return receive a CD-ROM with your entire immigration record from USCIS. And that is how you can review all of the government's file when it comes to your immigration matter.
What if I am in court but don't have a future hearing date?
So if you're in court and you do not have a future hearing date, and again, as previously stated, you can call the 1-800-898-7180 number. This is very common, especially right now. The courts are extremely backlogged, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic and everything that's just happening right now. So if you believe that you have a court hearing, but you haven't received anything, it may be a good idea to reach out to the immigration court in your jurisdiction. You can find these numbers online very easily and call the clerk. There he can verify whether or not you have an upcoming hearing date. If he, as well as the 800 number, don't have anything for your upcoming hearing date, then I would just suggest giving it a little bit of time, maybe a week or two, before you try again. Right now, cases are getting pushed out left and right. So it might be that the government still hasn't scheduled you for an upcoming date, but it is coming.
ICE told me that I am going to court, but the court doesn't have any record of me.
Okay, so if ICE told you that you're going to court, and this scenario would probably happen, upon initial entry to the country, to the United States. So first, you'd have to report yourself to ICE, Enforcement and Removal Operations, typically within 60 days, to make sure that you are appearing to all of your scheduled interviews with ICE, so that they make sure that you haven't absconded or run away from them. And again, if you have not received a notice, I would suggest just giving it a little bit of time. There is a little bit of a disconnect between the agencies under the Department of Homeland Security, and that's Customs, Border Patrol, ICE, CBP, ERO, Enforcement and Removal Operations. So it takes a little bit for the agencies to communicate with one another. But as soon as you've checked in with ICE, and you're checking in at least once a month through their ISAP program while you're in removal proceedings, I would just suggest checking in with an ICE officer, again, calling the 1-800 number that was previously mentioned in this video, or calling the clerk if you do not receive anything within the next few weeks after having reported and checked in with ICE.
Counselor, thank you very much for your time. We will contact you again soon.